This meeting is being recorded.
Okay. So what we discussed yesterday, what are the topics we covered?
We covered conditions mainly, if, and else. And inside that, we discussed some of the programs like how to return from a function using these conditions. Then modulus operator we discussed. Then how we can avoid else condition by using return in proper way that we discussed. Then last, difference between is and double equal to that. That what we were discussing last.
Okay.
Is will compare memory and double equal to will compare the value. That is the last point we discussed.
Yes, great, great. So you understood the if condition, elif condition, and else condition, right? So
Yes.
if we want to write a if condition, how it will start? From where we need to start? So it will start from if only. It will not start from elif or else or right? So,
Yes.
and whatever the condition is true, if condition is true, it will go inside this block. If it is not, it will goes to the elif or else based on our condition, right? Elif or something. So if I want to, let's say, if I am writing like this, so if true, and one more condition. Now here block. So I wrote like this. So are these conditions are individual or same? So basically these conditions are totally a different conditions. So so if it is true, this will not be executed, or will this will not be executed? No, because this will be executed even though if it is true, because these two are two conditions. So we can write here elif because this is two different, and if I can write here else, right? So basically these are two if conditions, and if it is become true, this will execute. This is also become true, this will execute because these two are different blocks, right? So if I want to write a two different if conditions, I can go like this. So I can write if condition, and I can write if else, if else. And if it is starting as a if, that condition will be the newest one, which is not related to the above or below one. Got it?
Yes. Understood.
Okay. So what we yesterday we discussed about the if conditions, that's it, right? So now we are going to so you don't have any doubts, right, as of now, or you have? Let me know so that we can start the second one.
No, now that part is fine.
Okay. So as of now, we completed variables, functionalities, and conditions, right? So next we are going to learn about the loops. Okay. So loops are basically loop is nothing but a, if we, let's say if we are repeating something like a same task repeated multiple times without writing the same code, I mean, so if we are writing the same code again and again, so instead of writing like that we can use the loop. So instead of writing the same code again and again, we can use the loop. So basically how it will be looks like, let's say I'll print of 1 here and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or something like that. So if I'm writing like this, I'm writing each and every time, right? So these are all almost 5 lines or 7 lines I wrote it, right? So this is a repeated one. So this is repeated one, and even though if we are facing any error, so it will stop here, right? And also this is not at all scalable. So instead of writing each and everything every time, so I can use like this: for I in range of, let's say, 10. So I'll explain what is this range. Print of I. So what it will print? 0 to 9, right? 0 to 9. I wrote anything something like this? Nothing, right? In
Yes.
2 lines, it was completed whatever I want. If I want to write like this for 100 numbers, 0 to 99 numbers, if I want to write like this, it will be a problem or not? Right?
No, we can write it in one line. Yes.
Yes. So we can write it in a one line instead of writing each and every time. So we can use this like this. Okay, we can use the loop. If I want to write 100 times, I can write a loop, right? So how many lines it taken and how much time it was taken for me? Just 1 second, right? So loops are nothing but what does it mean by loop? If we are repeatedly doing something, instead of doing something, we can use these loops. Okay. So basically there are two types of loops will be there. Okay. One is while loop and one is for loop. Okay. So if I write like this, I mean, if I want to write a while loop here, for example, while loop uh, I'll write a while loop first of all for I equal to 0. While condition I less than or equal to something like 5 or I equal to 1 I will take. If I is 1 right here. I is 1 if what is this? Already we discussed, right? I less than or equal to 5, right? Assignment operators and print of I. Then I'll increment the value. So let's say if I'm running like this, Arya, you have to answer me, or uh, uh, Saujanya, you have to answer me. So if I'm writing like this, so what is the what it is happening? While loop will be like it will be executed based on condition. If the condition is true, this is also will become the true or false value. The same way if or else conditions, right? How it will be true? If the condition is true, in a if loop or in a if condition, what will happen? If condition is true, it will goes to the block, right?
Yes.
The same way, while loop also, if the condition is true, then it will goes to the block. It will execute that block. Okay, got it? The same way, if else, elif as well, same what we discussed. So if while this is also you can consider as if as of now. Okay, if this condition is true, it will goes to inside this block. The same way while also will be executed, but repeated times. If condition will only execute once, but while is nothing but it will go to this block and come back and it will check this condition again and it will go back. It will come to the black and again it will come to the black and again it will go, again it will come back and it will come back and it will go. So until and unless if the condition is going to false, this loop will not be break. It will go, it will check the condition. If the condition is true, go inside the block. If the condition is true, go inside the block. So if I'm writing like this, will this condition become any false anywhere? What is
No,
this condition will become true or false? First of all, both.
true. It will continue many times.
It will be true. So as I said, if it is true, it will print this one, right? Right?
Yes.
It will print this one. So first of all, what is the I value? 1. Then it will go back. It will check a condition is true. Yes. Condition is true or false.
True.
Then it will print again 2. Then it will go back. Condition is true. Sorry, here same I is not changing anywhere, right?
Yes, it will print one and for a number of times.
Okay. So you got it right. So it will go back and it will check. It will go back. It will check. If the condition is true, it will print the. It will do whatever the things which are present inside a block. So in a Python, indentation is nothing but indentation is much more important. Whatever the whatever the things present inside this block, or we wrote what we wrote here, like let's say whatever we discussed, we wrote one function in a comma b, right? So if it is inside this block only, this function will be considered these things. So okay, this is under my function, I have to execute the same way, right? Block. So if I'm writing like this, return, I mean outside of the block, will it execute? This will be considered as another one. And if condition also, if true, only this block will be executed. So indentation is much more important in Python. Okay, whatever the things, it should be inside that block only. If it is outside of the block, that will be considered as another program or independent lines of code. Got it? Indentation is much more important here. Okay, indentation is much more important. Okay, got it, Arya, or do I need to repeat it? What does it mean by
No,
indentation?
understood.
So if if I run like this condition will not become false anywhere. So obviously, if it is not becoming false, what will happen? It will create a infinite loop. Let me run. Is it printing? Instead of this, you will not understand. I greater than or equal to. Anyway, you are getting it right. Print of infinite I is printing again and again and again. Anyway, same answer. See. Okay, we got to know that we are going to learn the something. What does this mean? Invalid syntax. What is mean by syntax error?
Something we have written in the program is wrong. Like it is assigning, but we have to do that comparison.
No, no. What does it mean by syntax error? Syntax error is
Spelling mistake.
spelling mistakes or the developer mistake, right? So what is it saying? Invalid syntax. It means the developer did a mistake. So at what line? Line number 18. Okay, this is where the error is getting. Maybe you meant double equal to or not equal to or colon equal to instead of single one. So we have to go to this particular line number 18. We have to check this. Okay, is why I double equal to 5? No, this is not a program. This is not a correct one, because I is nothing but a 1. 1 is equal to 5. That is nothing but a comparison. That is not a assigning. That is assigning the values, right? So we need to change here. I less than or equal to 5. Right? See. So it is printing again and again and again. So this is like a infinite loop. Got it? So it will check the condition. If it is condition true, then it will print whatever the block. How many blocks are there? How many things are there? It will execute all the blocks. Then it will go back to condition. It will check. Okay. So how can I make this to become a false? So how can I make this false? So I should make this I is there, right? I have to convert into I should be less than or equal to 5. I mean less than or equal to 5. I mean it should be 6 or 5. It should become 6 or 5 so that it become false, right? Less than or equal to 5. So if it is 5, okay, it will print. Okay, this is true. But 6 is less than or equal to 5. What will happen here? Is 6 less than or equal to 5?
No, condition will be false.
Condition will become false. Then the block will not be executed. The same way, if condition will not goes to the block, right? The same way, this condition will not be executed, so it will not goes to the block. So how can I make this 6? How can I make this 6? The same way how we are going to discuss time and comparison operators. So we can increase the I value, right? Every time when it is coming to the block, I can increase the I value. I equal to assigning operator I plus 1. So what will happen? I is nothing but a 1. It will print this one. Then I equal to this one. I equal to, I am converting. What is the I value now? 1. What is the current
1.
I value? 1. So 1 plus 1 equal to 2. Now it will become 2. Then what is the I value become now? 2, right?
2.
Then I value will convert it into 2. Then it will replace as a 2, right? Then condition is true. 2 less than or equal to 2, 5, yes, print. Then it will print this. Then it will, same condition I wrote, right? Say I plus 1. Then what is the I value now? What is the I value? 2, right?
Yes. 2
I value
plus
2.
1.
So now it will become 3, right? Now it will become 3. Then it will go 3. Then it will print this. Then it will print this. Then what is the I value now? 3. 3 plus 1, 4. Then it will become 4, right? Then it will print. Then it will print. Now what is the value of I? 4. Then I value will become 5, right? You are getting it, right? This I value will be converted into here. I value become 5. Then what is the value? 5 plus 1, 6. This I value will be converted into 6. Then it will become 6. So is this condition true now?
No.
So then it will not goes to the block. So we can try it. Let's try. Got it? 5 times. So when it becomes 6, I value becomes 6. Did it went into the block? No, right? So
No.
basically, this is like a while loop is nothing but a. I can give you an example like a. Whatever the things you can take it. Let's say you turn on the fan or while you are driving or something when you are going. So until and unless you are not going to stop the fan, it will keep on rotating, right? So the same way, until and unless the condition is become true, until and unless you are going to brake your car or bike, it will go. Until unless you turn off your fan, that will go on until and unless it is going to turn off your switch, right? The same way loops will be the do the same thing. So what we are going to write here, like while and condition, right? While condition, the same way, if condition, right? If condition, and here we'll write a code. And same way, while code, condition and code, right? The same way. Got it? So if I write, you have any doubt, Arya or Saujanya?
No, it is clear.
It's clear, right? Okay. So I will print the numbers. We already print the numbers. So this is you understood, right? Is this understood, or do I need to
Yes.
repeat it again?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Understand.
Yes. So what is happening here? Python check the condition. Then if become true, then it will go. After each run, condition is checked again. Then the condition become false. The loop will be stopped. Right? Anyway, I'll write a code, write a notes for this one so that you can understand. So infinite loop also you got it, right? So you have any doubt? Infinite loop. If you have to be very much careful about the infinite loop. If the condition is become true, so the condition will be, the loop will be executed until and unless the computer is going to shut down or when the Python memory is going to be filled. Okay. Every while loop must update the condition variables. So what we can do is we can use a we can what we can do is we can do some calculation, some or something product or something like that, so that you can understand. Sum of uh, first n natural numbers or first n numbers, sum of n first numbers. Okay, first n numbers. Okay, so what I will do is, how many numbers I want to sum. So I will take variables. Let's say I will take a 5 and the condition become true. So for that I'll take one something like a variable I equal to 1. So this is just to check condition as total, and we have to add those numbers, sum or total. I can give values of 0. So you will understand, while I need to I less than or equal to n. What does this mean? Until n become or until I becomes 5, the code should run. So what I'm going to run, total equal to total plus I, total plus I, because I'm going to increment the number. Then I, so instead of this like this, I can write total plus or equal to I can write like this, but for your understanding, we are going to explain like a total plus 1, because this will be plussing, adding one more total and the different variable. If you are considering a different variable, we can consider another one. But if for your understanding, I can write like this. Then I am going to increment the value I equal to I plus 1, because if I'm not going to write this one, will the code will become true anyway? No, right? So what I'm doing, I'm just taken a variables. Okay, I'm just taken a variables. You have any doubts for these variables?
No.
No, right? And here 46th line, any doubt?
No.
Doubt? And the code, the condition, we wrote a condition here and the code. So what we are doing, total is nothing but adding I value, because we are incrementing the value. How many times it should run? So how many turns or n natural numbers or n numbers, how many times the loop should execute, that this is the n value. Okay. So we are updating the value the same way, the previous way, how we are updating I plus 1, the total value will be accumulated here. Then I plus 1. So I'll explain here. First of all, so I is nothing but a 1. 1 is less than or equal to 5. Condition true or false? Condition will be true, right? Right or wrong? Condition will become true or false?
True.
Condition will become true. So what is the total now here? 0 plus what is I value? 1. Right? Total equal to 1 now. Okay. We are incrementing the value by 1. I can write like this also. I plus or equal to 1. But I'll comment this for your understanding. Then what is the I value now? I value will become I 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1 equal to 2. Then I equal to 2 now, right? Then I becomes 2 here, right? I become 2. 2 less than or equal to n? Yes. Then what is the previous total value? Total, what is the total value here? It will become 1 right here. Previously it was 0, but now it will become 1, right? Because total was updated into 1. You are getting or no? And what is
Yes.
I value now? Python
Two.
is an interpreter language, right?
Yes.
Python is an interpreter language, right? So the values will be changes here or not? The total values, it will comes here, it will come here, then total value. What is the total value here? Not consider, don't consider this one. What is the total one here? Previously 1. Then total plus I. Total plus I equal to total 1 plus what is I value? 2. Now total become how much? 3, right? Then I value will become, what is I value now? Currently 2 plus 1. Then value will be 3. Then I value will become 3 now. What is the previous total value? 3, right? 3 plus what is I value? 3, right? Let you are getting it, or you have any doubt?
No, getting it.
I'm going to print total. What we are getting an error, name error. At what line? 51th line. Where is the 59th one? Okay, this is the error. What is the error? Name. Printing is not defined, because printing is nothing but it is considered as a variable, but variable is not defined anywhere. Okay, so what is the mistake here? We did a spelling mistake, right? So what is the answer of first n natural numbers? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. What is an till 5, right? What is the natural numbers? 15. This is how, while using the while loop, we can run the we can calculate the first n natural numbers. You have any doubts here? So basically, if you are running the while loop, this should be taken, because this is where the condition. And instead of n, I can take directly like this, the previous way how we are taken, right? But instead of like this, the value may differ, right? So instead of like this, I can give a n. So if I have a n value, maybe 50, this should become 50. This obviously will become 50, right? And total n natural numbers 50 will be 1275. So you don't have to confuse, or don't confuse, just relate to this one. Why we are going to take this as a variables? Because we have to make a condition become false after particular loops. Okay, that is where instead of writing like this, I can write like this also. 10. But will it become anywhere the become will it become anywhere false?
No.
No, right? It will become infinite loop. That is the reason we are going to take I value, and here we can take like this also. There is no problem. Instead of like this, I can take like this also. What is that? We are incrementing anyway. We are incrementing the value of I. It will increment. Then it will become 11. When it become 11, obviously this become false. What is the sum of 10 numbers? Will be 55. Okay, you got, or you have any doubts here? This is like,
Understood.
let's say you opened a Zepto, or you opened a Flipkart, or you opened Amazon. So you keep on increasing the adding the cart, the products adding a cart. So obviously it is like a while loop, right? Whatever the values you are adding, those values will be updated inside to the price, particular price, like total value incremented by particular price. What is the price now? How much you are incrementing? Let's say if it is 100, this will increment total plus I, right? The total price will be increases one by one, or by default it will be increases at a time, one by one, right? While you are adding. The same way, the total will be added whatever the product you choose, or whatever the product you added into the cart. Okay? But there is no loop here, but as per your values you will go on, so it will update each time. You got while loop? You have any doubts before proceeding to the for loop?
Understood, Stephen. No doubt.
Okay, Saujan, you got it, or should I repeat it again?
Yes, sir. Understand.
Okay, so now we are going to for loop. As I mentioned, while loop is nothing but until and unless condition will become false, it will be executed. Okay, that is the condition. The for loop is used if you know, no, if you want to, if you know how many times you want to repeat it, how many times you want to repeat it. For example, mm, let's say you want to do a job for particular days. Okay, so you want to work for this month. You know the sequence, right? How many days it will be, and how much time I need to spend. So that is how it will be. You know the sequence, how many times you want to write, or how many times you want to go, right? So if you know the how many times you are going to repeat this, or how many times you are going to repeat particular work, then we can go for the for loop. But if you don't know how many times you are going to work, then we can go for the while loop. Is this, you have any doubts? So for loop is used when we know how many times we should repeat how many times we should repeat. That's it. Okay. So how it will, the syntax will be like, for variable, what are the variable you can take. Okay, and how many sequence, how many times, or how many times you want to repeat. UUENC, then colon. So why we are using the colon every time? Okay, so maybe uh, I missed, or maybe we can cover it later. That is the reason I didn't explain. So colon is nothing but a break. This is, the condition is going to complete here. Stop this. This is like a wall. Okay. So that is the reason we are going to write, when we are creating a function, function name, we are going to use this, because this is a wall. The definition of this function name is completed here. Okay. And if you are writing if condition, okay, if true, the condition is completed here. Okay, while true, the condition is completed here. And for in sequence, the condition is completed here. You can go for the next block, and whatever the blocks inside this one, execute this code. Okay, you got it about the colon? Is nothing but a wall or something. You, it means the condition is completed here. Okay, you got it about the colon? Got or give me the
Yes,
response so that
understood.
if you are not giving a response, I may consider as you are not listening, or I may consider the power was went, the Wi-Fi got disconnected, or there may be a voice breakdown. So give me a responses. So that is the reason I used to check every time. So for variable and the code, the same way. While if condition is, this is the condition. If we want to repeat it for particular times, then we should go for the for loop. I'll give an example. For I, every time you used to see I, in range of how many times you want to repeat this block of code. Okay, let's say I want to repeat this block of code 0 to 9. What does it mean? What does it mean? So we are closing the block, and whatever the things it will go the same way. While loop was executed in the same way, it will check whatever the range is there. Let's say the range is, as I mentioned, what is this mean by range? I'll explain in the next a couple of minutes. So range is nothing but a from whatever the numbers which are present. Let's say 0, it will starts from 0 and end from n minus 1. What is this n? N is nothing but the number whatever we are giving here. If you are not giving any value, let's I'll print this. How many times it was repeated? 10 times, but it will be considered from the 0. So if we are not giving any, range is a function. Basically, range is a function that will expect 1, 2, or maybe 3 also it will be expected. Like before going to the range, I mean for loop, print of. So if I'm printing something, list of range of, I'll write 10. What are the values here? 0 to 9.
9.
So it may expect, if you are giving a 0, this is the start value. Okay. Start, end, and jumping. Start, end, and jumping. So start value will be 0 and the end value will become n, or now here 10 we have taken as 10, and jumping is nothing but a how many times or how much length you want to jump. Okay, so what does this mean? So range is nothing but a range of numbers. How many values will be stored? How many times you want to repeat it? Okay, this is nothing but a function.